Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, in today's episode, I'm gonna discuss something that is actually disturbing me right now. I can't believe what I'm hearing. There are people. There are a lot of people. Some of them are my friends. Okay, there are so many of them. They're saying. Stuff the buy rounds. We're not interested. We're just going to play whoever we want. Just calm it down. Okay, you can't do that. Now, there are 200,000 people playing this game. All right, let's say 180,000 people playing this game. Okay. Now, how are you going to win or finish in the top 100 if you don't plan? Okay. What's going to separate you from a person, player Bob or player Jeff or player Jack? How are you going to beat him, okay? How are you going to get to the top, to climb the mountain? Come first. How are you going to do this? You need to plan, okay? Now, let me show you something. Now, this is BBL, okay? I know we're talking AFL Supercoach, and this is a complete different game, okay? BBL. Now, for the record, I'm stuck on Viv Richards and Dennis Lilly and Rodney Marsh days. Okay, I don't know many players in BBL. I don't follow cricket. Okay, now 50,000 entries into BBL, and I finished rank 416. Okay, and this is not because I'm good at BBL. This is not because I'm a genius at picking players. I don't even know the players. Okay, and I finished 416th. How did I do this? It's because I planned. They have buy rounds in BBL every week. Every round is buy rounds. I planned around the buy rounds. I planned to have extra players during these buy rounds. So I reduced the odds and try to become more successful. This is not. I'm not here to show you all or boast and say, "Oh, look how good I am. I come 416." This is not a boast. Okay, this is just to show you what planning can do. When you plan, and I got unlucky. Okay, I should have got even higher, but that's not the point. The point is, you don't need to be a genius at this game. You just got to be good at planning. That's all you need. How to plan. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Now, I've built a random team here. Okay. Well, it's not actually random. It's actually a planned random team. If that makes sense. Just calm it down. Anyway, now I'll put up a team here. Now, in this team, I have Whitfield. Okay, I don't know why I picked him, but I did. Okay, I picked Nick Dacos in this team, and I picked Dunkley in this team, and I also have Flanders in this team. Okay, it's not a bad team. All right, especially Whitfield goes nuts. It's a good team, right? Now, you may argue, okay, and say, look, I've got players in my team with this team, and my buy round players, they don't clash. Okay. If Dunkley's missing one game, it's only Dunkley, the Primo's going to miss one game, okay? The rest are all playing. Then the following week, let's say Dacos might miss a game, but what's the big deal? Because Dunkley's back, okay? So Dacos might miss. Then the following week, Whitfield might miss. But does it matter? Because Dacos is back. I've covered him, okay? And then you might say, look, Flanders is going to play when the other three... Flanders is going to miss, but the other three are going to play. So I'm not losing much, okay? I might just lose 30 or 40 points. What's 30 or 40 points? That might be your argument. Okay, just calm it down. Let me tell you why your argument is no good. Okay, now, if Flanders misses 1 week, all right, then the following bye round, if Dunkley misses it and Flanders is back, but Dunkley then misses his bye round, then the following week, let's just say Whitfield misses the week, then he comes back, then Dacos misses the week, okay? So you've only got one player missing in these buy rounds in your primos. However, if most teams have 12 primos, you've actually only got 11 because you're always missing one primo. So in those 4 buy rounds, you're missing 200 points, okay? It's because, minimum. Okay, let's just say Whitfield, he can score, let's say Whitfield goes at 110, okay, he's having a good year, he's going at 110. Well, if your rookie, his replacement is Gipkus, because you're going to replace him, and he's going at 60, you're losing 50 points on Whitfield. So 1 week you lose 50 points on Whitfield, the following week you can lose 50 points on Dacos, because let's say Sharp's going to replace Dacos, and you're going to lose 50 points on Dacos. Then you're going to lose another 50 on Dunkley. Then you're going to lose another 50 on Flanders. So you're in effect, you're 200 points down by just picking these random players and not worrying about the buy round. Doesn't that sound bad? Let me show you something. Now, you have 200,000 people playing, 200,000 coaches out there. Okay? Let's just say only 5,000 of them have planned their buy rounds. Only 5,000. You have 195,000 coaches, okay? I've got too many zeros there. 195,000 coaches that are 200 points down. 200 points down on the 5,000, okay? Now, how do you feel? You're one of the 5,000 that's planned their buy rounds. 195,000 haven't. You've got a 200-point advantage over the rest of the field. Let's just make this. Forget I said that, okay? Let's change these odds, okay? Let's say 200,000 people, okay? 200K people. Let's say 20,000 of them planned the buy rounds, okay? They did it perfectly. So that's 10%. That's 10% of the people in Supercoach have a 200-point head start. Now, wouldn't you like to have a 200-point head start on the opposition? Isn't that? 200-point head start is huge. It's why you should play in the buy. Be this 10%. Don't be this. Don't be the 180,000 that doesn't plan it. Plan the buy rounds. Trust me, it's gonna work. Okay. I'm not telling you which players to pick. I'm just saying plan the buy round. You saw what happened in BBL. I planned BBL. I don't even know the players, and I finished in the top 1%, top 400 just by planning. Okay, that's what you gotta do. Plan, and it's very easy to plan. I put up a video yesterday. Okay, I showed you how to play. Where's my video? Let me show you something. Just calm it down. Okay, where's the video? Hang on. Let's go here. In case you missed it, videos. Here, the heist. Okay, this is the heist. And it shows you a plan of how planning when to pick up the players. I've also done another plan here. There's 2 plans. How to build your team. There's 2 plans here. Just calm it down. Okay, now this video is the importance of the plan. Let's continue. Now, to win Supercoach, how do we win it? Well, I've never won it yet, so I can't tell you. Just calm it down. But I have been leading at one stage. Okay, now to win Supercoach, okay, it's a formula. All right, there is a formula to it. All right, to win Supercoach, what do you need to do? Okay, number 1, you need to plan. All right, that's the most important one. Number 2, you need cash. Okay, number 3. Now today's video is not about cash. Today's video is about planning. Number 3, what else do you need to know? You need knowledge. Okay, knowledge. In BBL, I didn't have knowledge. Okay, I had the plan, I had the cash, but not the knowledge. Okay, hence I couldn't win it. All right. Number 4, you need some luck. Okay. Now, when I say luck, it's not just go blind, like a blind Freddy just goes in there and plucks the players. It's not that kind of luck. I mean, you don't want your player to get injured. Okay. You don't want your player to have a role change. It just seems little things. You don't want your player to get suspended. That's luck. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Luck. Your player gets tagged every week. Okay, I mean you can't plan that. All right. Your player that never ever gets tagged all of a sudden becomes a tag target. I mean that's just bad luck. Okay, you can't help that. So you need, but to avoid the luck, you need first the plan. You need the cash. Okay, and you got to plan how to make cash as well. That's another thing. And it goes back to plan. You need the knowledge, okay? The knowledge is very important. Most of us have this knowledge, okay? But if you got the knowledge but you don't have a plan, the knowledge is no good. It's useless, okay? It doesn't work. I'd rather have a plan than have knowledge, okay? As shown in the BBL, there are people that have more knowledge than me in cricket, okay? But they didn't finish 4-11. They have a lot more knowledge, but the plan was no good, or they had no luck. It goes, BBL, you need a lot of luck. But it's not BBL. Anyway, let's continue. I'm going to tell you a story. Now, this is a story about poker and luck. All right? Now, if you play the odds all the time, eventually you'll win. but you won't always win. All right, you can't always win. You can't always win. Okay, with odds on your favor. So, for example, in if we pick a player, let's say for example, we have Dacos in our team. All right, but that week. McKercher scored more than Dacos. So what's the point of having a primo if a rookie's going to score more? You may argue, okay, that can happen, all right. But the odds are that Dacos will score more than McKercher. So you play the odds. The same goes with poker or anything else you play. For example, if you're playing poker and you got 5-6 offsuits, right? You got 5-6 offsuits. Now, and your opponent has pocket aces. Now, the chances are your opponent should win, all right? The odds say that. However, he's not always going to win. The 5-6 offsuit can defeat pocket aces. I've lost many times to 2-7 offsuit with pocket aces. Just coming down. Anyway, but it can happen, all right? So, but always putting the odds in your favor, eventually you'll win, all right? So, what am I talking about when I say odds in my favour? You may ask, okay? Let me show you this now. Nick Dacos, okay? When's his bye round? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Nick Dacos. Now, I'm not saying don't pick Nick Dacos, okay? I'm just using Nick Dacos as an example, all right? Now, his bye round is in round 5, all right? So you're going to have him round 1, round 2, round 3, and round 4. So you're going to have him for 4 weeks before he has his bye round, all right? Now, let's calculate this. Now, Nick Dacos last year averaged 116, all right? So let's get the calculator out. Now, his price, actually, before we get the calculator, let's go back here. His price at 650K, all right? So 650,000 divided by 116 equals, that's your magic number, 5-6 this year. All right, 558, 5-6, around there. I didn't go the precise numbers. So it's roughly around about 5-6. That's the magic number. Now, so Nick Dacos at 650 is going to average 116, let's say. All right. So let's get back over here. All right, notepad out. Round 1. He scores 116. Let's just make an even number, 115. All right. Round 2. 115. And we're not considering tags or anything. I mean, he may have a week where he scores a 130 and another week where he scores a 110. We're just going by average, right? Because that was his average last year. Round 3, 115. Round 4, he goes 115, all right? And round 5, he misses. He's who plays instead? A rookie. Rookie scores a 60. Well, we're going by the average, all right? So he's made 55 that round, all right? Because if you take away the 150 minus the rookie score, which was 60, his replacement has scored 55. Okay, are we agreeing with this? Okay, now let's add this up now. What has Nick Dacos scored? All right, so that's 230, 460. That's 515. Okay, if my mathematics is correct. So that's he scored 515 points. Now, if you didn't have Nick Dacos, but instead, let's pick another player. All right, roughly the same price. That is going to, let's say Rory Laird. Instead of Dacos, we picked Rory Laird. All right, and if we had Rory Laird in round 1, score 115, round 2 115, round 3 115, round 4 115, and round 5 115, Rory Laird would have scored us an extra how many points? 55 points. So we're 55 points ahead by having Rory Laird ahead of Dacos. Now, why wouldn't you take an extra 55 points? What is the reasoning you don't want 55 points extra? Okay, let's say your reasoning is because you think Nick Dacos is going to go at 120. That's why you didn't go for Rory Laird. Okay, you think he'll go at 120, but if he goes at 120, all right. That's 5, 10, 15, that's 20 points. You're still losing 35 points. If he goes at 125, all right, so you're getting 10, 20, 30, 40, you're still losing 50 points. 15 points you're losing. He needs to go 130, literally, so he could be ahead. So you want him to average 130 the first 4 games, just so you can stay ahead over the Rory Laird pick. Now, is that worth the gamble? Okay. Now, because is Rory Laird? Let's say forget about Rory Laird. Okay. Forget I mentioned Rory Laird. Just come it down. Let's just say I pick Dawson. Same thing. You don't have to have Laird. It could be Dawson. It could be anyone. Okay. It could be Butters. All right. But the point I'm making is, you need him to go virtually at 130. He needs to go at 130 just so you can break even with your competition that are planning the buy rounds. That's the difference, all right, for the first 4 rounds. And if he goes at 130, all right, his price will go up anyway, so you're actually doing well. So people that want to pick him up in round 6, for example, because he's got the buy round 5, if you pick him up in round 6, you're actually going to get, you've made a bonus. But if he goes at 115, by the time he gets to round 6, you can actually pick him up cheaper, all right? With the magic number being so high, instead of costing 650k, he's going to cost you maybe 630k, all right? So you actually save $20,000, 20,000 coins, or whatever they call these things these days. You save 20k. You save plus you save 55 points. It's a win-win situation by planning the buy rounds. Am I making any sense? I hope I am. Just calm it down. Let's continue. My golden rule in Supercoach. Golden rule number 1. Don't fall in love with the players. Okay, that's my rule. And I live by this rule, okay? I even call them spuds sometimes because there's no love, okay? We can't love them, okay? Unless his name is the Bond. That's a different story, okay? You can love the Bonds. Just calm it down. Anyway, plan when you want to bring in these players. Again, if you watched my previous video, I did a plan on how to bring the players in. On the previous video before that, I showed you which players to start with. You pick them, all right? Have an empty sheet, clear the whole team, and then pick the best 8 you want, and then work along bringing them, how to bring them in, okay? So you need to plan for that. So don't fall in love with the players, all right? Bring them in when you need them, okay? When you need them, bring them in, okay? Don't have to start with them. You're gonna have them anyway, okay? Don't be greedy guts, okay? Just come down, okay? You can have them, okay? Now, you need to be one step ahead of a competition, okay? You need to have an advantage. You have the advantage. What is your advantage? It's the plan. So when you have a plan, you have an advantage, okay? If you don't have a plan, the competition has the advantage. Okay, so that's as simple as that. Now, the buy rounds are not only just the first 4 rounds, and if you get it wrong, it's end of season. No, it's more complicated, okay, because the buy rounds is also rounds 13, 14, or around 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, whatever it is. There's four more buy rounds, and they're even more complicated, okay? And I'm going to make another video on those buy rounds and how to plan to get maximum value of your players. And you just got to find players that can score similar to the ones that you want to score. You got to find someone that can score like a Dawson, like a Dacos, okay? So you might have a Dawson or a Laird who might score like a Dacos. So you just got to find some. If you can't have the same thing, if you want to buy coffee, okay, and you can't find Nescafe, just buy a different brand, okay? It doesn't matter, all right? I mean, it does. It's coffee. It doesn't matter. Let's say cornflakes. If you can't get cornflakes, get Special K. Just come it down. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining. And remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.